Right now, live at 5, what you need to know ahead of some big changes to how your vote will be counted in Douglas County.
Plus, paying more to pay tribute. Why that's no longer the case as Duluth leaders reach an agreement with organizers of the city's Memorial Day parade.
But first, Russian forces escalate attacks on Ukraine even while the two sides met for negotiations. We take you to the White House, where officials discuss a possible presidential visit to Europe.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. The Pentagon says Russia has fired more than 900 missiles in the nearly 3 weeks since it invaded Ukraine.
Talks between Ukrainian and Russian officials are expected to continue Tuesday despite ongoing Russian strikes on several major cities.
Today, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is discussing the Ukraine crisis with his Chinese counterpart in Rome. That's amid concerns that Russia has appealed to China for assistance. Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
CBS News has confirmed the White House is discussing a possible presidential trip to Europe in the coming weeks for meetings with world leaders about the war in Ukraine.
We discuss a range of ways and mechanics for engaging with our friends and partners around the world.
Another round of talks between Ukraine and Russia have paused, but a Ukrainian presidential advisor says negotiations will continue Tuesday. Despite that, attacks remain relentless from residential areas in the capital of Kyiv and Kharkiv to a key military base around 15 miles from the border of Poland, a NATO member.
It certainly appears as if the Russians are broadening their target set.
Further escalation of the war, whether by accident or design, threatens all of humanity.
Hours after more devastating Russian strikes on Mariupol, Ukrainian officials say around 160 vehicles carrying civilians were able to evacuate. The UN estimates nearly 3 million refugees have now fled Ukraine.
A U.S. official says Russia has asked China for support, including military aid and equipment, though both nations have denied the reports.
Any such support from anywhere in the world would be of great concern to us. We will not allow any country to compensate Russia for its losses.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with top Chinese officials in Rome Monday, one day after warning China would face consequences should it try to help Russia. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Ukraine's president is scheduled to give a virtual address to Congress on Wednesday.
The spring election in Wisconsin is fast approaching with ballots due by April 5th.
Today's Superior leaders announced there will be some big changes to how your vote is counted.
CBS 3's Natalie Grant explains the changes you'll want to know before filling out your absentee ballot.
Absentee ballots for the upcoming spring election in Superior are set to be sent out to voters tomorrow. But when it comes time to returning them, it won't be in these drop boxes. This decision comes after a circuit court decision in Waukesha County. The case challenged guidance from the Wisconsin Elections Commission in 2020, including the use of unstaffed drop boxes like the ones in Superior. That case will now be sent to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, but won't be heard until after the April 5th election. Camila Ramos, Superior's city clerk, says they want to prevent votes from not being counted down the road.
I guess that they're afraid that they'll be tampered with or in some way modified. We have a lot of checks and balances to prevent that, but they don't know that. They don't know our process.
The city clerk's office says they will be placing notices on those boxes after ballots go out tomorrow, hoping to prevent anyone from putting their ballots inside. Now, just because these boxes won't be accepting absentee ballots in April doesn't mean that you can't still vote that way. You'll just have to turn them in to the city clerk in person or by mail.
Thank you, Natalie. Coming up tonight at 6, we're learning more from Superior City Attorney about the case that prompted this decision and the role it could play going forward. Wisconsin's DMV is reminding people how to get your voter ID ahead of the spring election. The DMV says valid identification to cast your ballot includes a driver's license, identification card, military, or student ID card. If you're in need of identification to show at the polls, you can apply for free online. For more information on where to go to get your ID, you can head to cbs3duluth.com.
Douglas County Sheriff says he plans to retire. Sheriff Tom Dahlbeck said in a recent letter to the county board that he won't run for another term. He was first elected sheriff in 2003 and was a Superior police officer for about a decade before that. We reached out to him today but didn't hear back. His term ends in January, and so far, no one else has announced their plans to run for his seat.
In Minnesota, a late congressman's widow is running for her husband's seat. Jennifer Carnahan announced her campaign for Minnesota's 1st congressional district today. U.S. Representative Jim Hagedorn, who battled cancer, held that seat until he died earlier this year. Carnahan is the state's former Republican Party chairwoman. She says she's running to defend conservative values and uphold election integrity. Carnahan joins a crowded field, including at least 8 other Republicans, 6 Democrats, and 1 Legal Marijuana Now party candidate. There will be a special primary in May with a general election in August. Whoever wins will serve the rest of Hagedorn's term.
Tonight, we're still waiting to learn what led up to a homicide that left a 19-year-old dead and her 14-year-old family member behind bars. It happened sometime after 6:40 Friday night near 17th Avenue East and Superior Street. CBS 3's Larissa Millis joins us now. Larissa, there's still a lot we don't know tonight.
That's right, Briggs. As you said, we don't know what led up to the incident, how the victim died, or who exactly was involved. Duluth police told us today they're still investigating, so they can't share any information that could compromise that. Here's what we do know. Police originally were called to a possible assault at a home in the NGN neighborhood at 6:40. But when they got there, they found nothing had happened, so they left. Later that night at 7:05 p.m., police responded to the same address for a medical call. When police arrived, they found a 19-year-old woman injured and unconscious. She died at the scene. Police arrested a 14-year-old who is related to the victim. They are being held at a juvenile detention center and are expected to be charged with murder. Again, Duluth police are still investigating, so we aren't expecting to get any more information until that's finished, but we will update you when we learn more.
All right, Larissa Millis in the newsroom for us tonight. Thanks, Larissa.
The former owner of Ganucci's restaurant in Duluth pleaded not guilty today to sexual assault charges. William Gallagher is charged with 7 felonies, including sexually assaulting children. According to court documents, there are 2 separate cases against the 61-year-old. In one case, the teen claimed the sexual abuse happened between 2018 and 2019. In the other, the victim said the abuse dated back to when they were under 12. Gallagher knew both victims. Ganucci's Italian market in Duluth Spirit Valley neighborhood temporarily closed during the pandemic, but shut its doors for good last summer. Gallagher did not officially say why at the time. A pretrial is set for Monday, May 2nd.
Dave joins us now for a look at the weather. Dave, how about those temperatures yesterday? Just beautiful.
Yeah, how about them? So for people who don't like daylight saving time, that does always seem to trigger spring-like weather.
Yeah.
This may be a false spring, of course, because there's still 6 weeks left where we could get snowstorms. But the week ahead, indeed, will be spring-like, so enjoy it for the moment. Here's a live look at what's going on up around Grand Marais, and it's a beautiful day in Grand Marais indeed. Open water, ice towards the foreshore, and a lot of that ice could melt this week with temperatures firmly going into the 40s each and every day. So a mild stretch is beginning as higher pressure pushes in to keep lower pressure at bay. That low to our south did try to bring some snow into northern parts of Wisconsin earlier today, but the high is pushing that away and likely will keep us on the dry side for 6 of the next 7 days. When will we get that precip? Well, not tonight or tomorrow. Tonight and tomorrow will be some of the days protected by the high, so it'll be clear to partly cloudy tonight, but not bitterly cold. Instead of 15 below, it'll be 15 above. Then for tomorrow, a mostly sunny sky with a high temp of 40. And this week, we may go back to cooler by the lake. If we hit 40 in Duluth tomorrow, it could be warmer inland. How much warmer will it be? I'll show you with my forecast coming up in a few more minutes.
Anxiously awaiting that one. Thank you, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, an Iron Range community is looking for help as they plan for a new dog park. How you can get involved. Coming up in City by City.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solutions Center. Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn about this groundbreaking new CGM technology. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how you can get your own continuous glucose monitor or CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries including wrongful death, recreational vehicles, boats, and dog bites. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
With Bath Planet, you get industry-leading products to modernize your bathroom with personalized options to fit your needs. Bath Planet has custom-built showers, baths, and maintenance-free wall surrounds with over 100 different colors and styles. Our certified installers can be done in as little as a day using products backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a matching labor warranty. Right now, you can receive 10% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Blue Rock Grill features a seasonally rotating cocktail list as well as an extensive selection of sought-after spirits. Whether you're seeking a quick sandwich for lunch, a nap and a cocktail, or the perfect night out with friends, choose Blue Rock Grill, located next to the Miller Hill Mall.
Stay connected to Live Local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the Duluth's aerial lift bridge, which will soon be getting funding. About 30 minutes ago, U.S. Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith announced they secured significant federal funding for projects benefiting Duluth, including necessary infrastructure improvements to the historic aerial lift bridge. Funding will also go toward modernizing the Duluth Police Department's automated 911 emergency response system. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A green art sale coming to Duluth, and a local favorite is reopening on the Iron Range, signaling spring. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Biwabik tonight, where the community is beginning a new project. As part of their new 5-year strategic plan, the City of Biwabik and the Area Civic Association are joining up to begin discussions on a new dog park. There will be a public information meeting this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Park Pavilion. Anyone with ideas is welcome to attend. They're hoping to find a solid group of citizens willing to help monitor and maintain that future park. We'll have more information on our website. And next, we head over to Duluth for the return of a local market event. On March 26th, the 12th annual Treasures of the Earth Green Goods, Craft, and Art Fair will be held at Peace Church. The sale will showcase around 20 local artists with items solely made from natural or recycled materials. Goods include beauty products, camping gear, wall decor, jewelry, and more. Masks will be required per the church's rules, and shopping starts at 10 a.m. And we wrap up in Aurora tonight, where if you need another sign that spring is here, the local A&W can help. Today, the Aurora A&W location opened for their season, signaling spring has arrived on the Iron Range. Plus, Gordy's in Cloquet reopens next week as well. Hopefully that's a sign that warmer temps are here to stay. That might be wishful thinking, but hey, we'll take what we can get. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Now I just have root beer on my mind. Thank you, Briggs. Still to come on Live at 5, Arrowhead communities are coming together tonight to discuss solutions to child care shortages the region is facing. Details in a few minutes.
For us Iron Rangers, the Aurora Family A&W is the place to go, so it's good news to hear they're opening. And of course, in the summertime, they often throw 2 car shows. A little bit too snowy for that right now, but the week ahead will have temperatures warmer than the normal of 36, and that should put a big hit on the snowpack. We'll talk about how long temperatures in the 40s will last and hamper my diction coming up right after this break.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
For 6 days only, Home Furniture has put everything on sale, and you can finance for 6 years with no money down and no minimum purchase. 6 days of savings, 6 years special financing. The 646 sale, only at Home Furniture.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger. Something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Do you suffer from lower back pain while standing or walking? Northland Anesthesia Associates is here to provide you with surgical-free pain relief. With a fellowship-trained and board-certified staff, we offer each patient a customized, effective treatment plan. Our vast experience in pain management means we are able to treat a number of complex pain states through innovative anesthetic techniques, including lumbar epidural steroid injections, radiofrequency nerve ablations, and more. Our past patients rave about the care they've received, and we want to help you too. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Link RV is proud to provide our customers with the largest RV service facility in northern Wisconsin. With an enormous parts and accessories department and technicians with over 100 years of combined RV service experience, we'll keep you camping all season long. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
For a limited time at Homeworld Rugs, when you buy one rug at sale price, you'll get another rug free with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from. And rug experts in every showroom to help. You'll find the perfect rug. Buy one rug, get one free. Now at Homeworld Rugs.
What you need to know about absentee voting this spring in Superior.
All this sunshine may not be real spring yet, but it'll feel like it this week.
Tonight at 6 on CBS 3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's talk about the week coming up, because it is going to be quite a week for those who are weary of winter. Some of us still would hope to go snowmobiling or skiing more, and we'll probably get that chance. But those of us hoping for spring have this coming up in the next 7 days. Tonight, clear, but not too cold. Usually a clear sky means really cold temperatures. Now, we'll be above zero tonight. Then for Tuesday, thanks to a high pressure cell bringing in a lot of sunshine, it will be mild and dry. 40 to 45 degrees, the normal is 36. Come Wednesday, a low pressure system will graze us to the north, and that could make for a cloudy day, but it will get even milder and stay dry. I'll talk about when our next chance for precip is coming in just a bit. First, of course, we've got to look at the current conditions at Duluth International Airport, where it is sunny and 35 degrees. And again, the normal's 36, so we're pretty close to that. Wind is southerly, going 7 miles per hour. That's helping to nudge temperatures up. Relative humidity, a tolerable 52%. And getting a look at the current temperatures around the region, we're seeing 30s for northern Minnesota, from Ely to Eveleth, over to Grand Rapids and up to International Falls. Even getting some low 40s if you run from Cloquet down to Moose Lake. Up the North Shore, upper 20s to about 30. Upper Peninsula, 34 to 38. And in northern Wisconsin, as cool as 29 in La Pointe, but as warm as 41 in Hayward, with Superior firmly in between at 34 degrees. Warmer temperatures like this with us for the next 7 days. What's going on with the National Doppler Map? Well, we've got a low working to the south of our area, and that did push some snow and a winter weather advisory into some parts of Wisconsin this afternoon. But that ended at 2 o'clock, and now the higher pressure from the north is going to keep the low at bay and keep us dry for much of the week ahead. But instead of chilling us down like it would during the dead of winter, we're going to be on the mild side. What's going on right now if we zoom in? Well, that's snow down to our south. There still are some snow flurries popping up in central Wisconsin, but fading away fairly rapidly. Clouds behind the system still affecting some of our sky, but for the general notion of the situation here, that higher pressure from the north is clearing us up. And like I mentioned, it won't drastically cool us down. It'll be a high pressure cell that makes us mild. And even when that goes, we'll stay mild. Now come Wednesday again, We're thinking that there's going to be a low pressure system tracking along to our north, just a trough of lower pressure, but another high will keep it mild and keep that low away. So all we're going to get on Wednesday is a cloudy sky. We may have to wait till next Monday for our next precip chance. Now on that note, here comes the forecast for the week ahead. Tonight, low temps in Minnesota, 10 to 20 above with a partly cloudy sky. Wisconsin, Michigan numbers, so about 14 to 16, narrow band, but it's above zero for all zones. Tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan high temps 42 to 44 degrees. Mostly sunny sky. Same deal for Minnesota for the sky condition with the range of high temps 39 up the Gunflint to 44 down towards Finlayson. And now with the extended forecast here, 40 to 45 degrees will be the general trend for the next 7 days. That's going to put a good hit on the snowpack, all right, because we have to wait till next Monday for a 40% chance for a rain and snow mix.
I went over to my parents' house yesterday, and we just sat in the driveway on some chairs, soaking up the sun. It was great.
So true. I've seen some photos of people grilling today. They're just really trying to soak in that spring while we have it.
I saw one Harley Sportster out today with a grizzled old biker taking a cruise down 2nd Street.
Any chance
This
we can
grizzled old biker may do it in a couple more weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's still a brave individual right there, even with these temperatures. Thanks, Dave.
An agreement has been reached on the future of Duluth's Memorial Day Parade. The parade's future was in question after the city announced a higher fee for organizers. Every year, organizers had a verbal agreement to pay a $400 fee. The city proposed raising that fee to $4,000 to help cut the cost to taxpayers. That includes paying for police and to shut down city streets. The veteran community had concern over the higher fee and announced the parade may have to be moved to Proctor. However, city council members met Friday to hash out the details. It will now be entered into city code that the parade will cost $400 for organizers each year. The parade along Grand Avenue features marching bands, floats, antique cars, and military groups. It's set to happen May 30th at 1 p.m.
Tonight, a Northland community plans to address what they call a critical lack of childcare. The Cook County Early Childhood Coalition will be holding a town hall tonight to address that issue and talk about potential solutions. The town hall plans to focus on things like training, workforce development, facilities, and community partnerships. That meeting begins at 6:30. We'll break down the proposed solutions tonight at 10.
Chum food shelves will temporarily close this week. The downtown and west locations will shut down food distribution services Thursday. The food shelf will be getting new flooring, ceiling tiles, and furniture. Chum leaders encourage clients to visit other local food shelves during the closure. The food shelf will remain open for donation drop-offs and volunteer shifts.
Duluth police are celebrating the life of a retired K-9 officer. K-9 Oakley passed away over the weekend. He served the DPD for 7 years, sniffing out both drugs and suspects. Oakley retired back in 2019 and spent his final years living the good life with his partner, Officer Mark Johnson. Johnson says Oakley taught him a lot, including how to be a leader and that there's so much more to life than just a 40-hour work week.
Still to come, the Minnesota Vikings are sticking with their QB. CBS 3's Duncan Goldberg joins us to break down his new contract next.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Black Bear Casino Resort wants you to join our team. On Monday, April 4th, you are invited to our job fair from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Otter Creek Event Center. Applications and interviews available for on-the-spot hiring with part-time and full-time positions available. We offer many benefits for full-time employees from 6 paid holidays each, 3+ weeks of paid time off, reward for perfect attendance, 401k retirement plan that we match, health and dental plans, life insurance coverage, long-term and short-term disability, FMLA, and workers' compensation. We can't wait for you to join our team on April 4th at our job fair. For more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com.
At 7 West Tap House, we have everything from classic American lagers to small batch craft IPAs. Our rotating selection of award-winning beers is sure to have something for you. Pair a beer with one of our mouth-watering burgers and freshly cut fries or chips. Stop in today at 7 West Tap House in downtown Duluth.
Cancer research requires bold and innovative thinking. You may be able to help science uncover the next breakthrough by sharing your patient data and unique experience with researchers. Join Stand Up to Cancer and count me in at standuptocancer.org/countmein.
After bringing in new faces at general manager and head coach, it looks like the Minnesota Vikings are keeping their quarterback.
Yeah, CBS 3's Duncan Goldberg is here to break down Kirk Cousins' new deal.
Yeah, Kristen and Briggs, you guys know how I feel about Kirk Cousins, but it sounds like the Vikings feel slightly different. As the Purple told us, they think Cousins is worth another $35 million. Guaranteed dollars. Cousins gets a new deal and a lot of guaranteed money. While the Vikings save about $14 million in cap space and potentially more money down the line, there is also a no trade clause in the deal, which means this move all but guarantees Cousins and the Vikings will certainly be together through the 2023 season. As a quarterback in the NFL, Kirk has gone 59-59 and 2 in the NFL and has made over $231 million. It's safe to say his agent is doing one heck of a job. We will see if the Vikings have enough money to build a solid enough roster around Cousins to compete for a Super Bowl in the coming seasons.
Tonight on a special edition of the CBS Evening News from the Poland-Ukraine border, Russia's assault on Kyiv intensifies. The news tonight about Americans killed and injured in Ukraine as hundreds of thousands are trapped. Plus, with nearly 3 million people fleeing Ukraine, the new threat for sex trafficking for women and girls. What we learned tonight about how officials are trying to protect them. Plus, what we encountered here on the border, the incredible kindness. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. If you're 45 years or older, talk to your provider about screening options. The best colorectal cancer screening is the one that gets done.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Make your house feel like home with new flooring and window treatment from Menards. Get an elegant, timeless look or a bold and contemporary style with Menards' great selection of durable, waterproof, and easy-to-install super-fast vinyl plank. Add privacy and style to any room with window images, blinds, and shades. Get them trimmed to width in the store for free. Get 11% off all window images, blinds, and shades and super-fast vinyl plank now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel Getz Sieben today.
As a parent, the worst thing that could happen is there's been an accident and your child's been injured. And I was terrified. And when I reached out to Schwabel Getz Sieben, immediately they made me feel that I was in good hands. The weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I didn't have to worry. The legal part of it was being taken care of by a law firm that I could trust.
Call or visit Schwabel.com today for a free consultation.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, as spring voting approaches, we learned absentee voting in Superior is going to look a little bit different this year. That's due to a recent court ruling. Absentee ballots won't be accepted at Superior drop boxes. Instead, those hoping to vote absentee can mail in their ballots or drop them off in person to the city clerk. Spring voting will take place April 5th.
And tonight at 6, Wisconsin's Attorney General announced today he is suing 2 companies over PFAS pollution in the northeastern part of the state. What he believes has been contaminated by these forever chemicals and what it means for nearby residents tonight.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.